Hello everyone, my name is Chris Forrester and welcome to this latest session in the NDS Perspective series where we talk to the VIPs, the absolute VIPs in our industry. This morning we're delighted to have with us Ron Eilon, CEO, tall, dark and handsome from Yes in Israel. Yes is a DTH operator. Welcome, Ron.
Good morning.
Tell us, for the audience and the people on the recording, a little more about Yes and where you are today.
Okay, the good side that we are on 40% of market share in Israel. The bad side, it's only 585,000 subscribers, but this is how big the market is. 11 years ago, we started our way, profitable for a few years. Introduced the market, I think the first hybrid box in 2005. It was more than 6 years ago. Currently operating on, of course, satellite, VOD over the top, PVR, and everything else.
You mentioned that hybrid box and how long it's been in the market. What difference has that made? Clearly to the consumer it gives them an extra level of connectivity, but what difference has it made for you as a business?
Well, there's no question, I believe, that satellite is a great broadcast system, but when you need a return path and when you need to get more personal with your customer, you need internet connection in the case of satellite. And the over-the-top solution is coming like a lifesaver to satellite operators, as I believe. We can, for the real first time, to really communicate with customers and not having any need to deploy special infrastructure, and just using the internet that everybody has. And what's nice about it is the customer is paying for that connection,
Absolutely.
not the operator.
Sure. So you can, and are you using that connected element to push content to the hard drive?
Absolutely. Yeah. The first use of that is, of course, the VOD solution, but it's not stops there. Since you have a connection between set-top box, TV, and the cloud, you can do multi things. Remember that most household doesn't have a connected device yet, and it will take several years until they will have. And so there is a gap that companies like us could step in. For one example, I can introduce you the streamer we are going to launch in 2 months from now. Basically connecting all the PC, laptops, etc. that you have on your home network to the box, and from that to the TV, and you can present any media you have on your PCs.
Exchanging it around the house.
Yes.
Now, Israel has perhaps the most technologically savvy consumers on the planet. I mean, they are heavily into technology in a big way, whether it's mobile phones or whether it's this sort of sexy topic. Does that mean, however, that more or less 100% of the nation is either watching cable or DTH TV?
Not exactly. I think the penetration rate in Israel is only 75%, since we have two large populations that does not consume TV, multi-channel TV services. This is the highly religious Jews who doesn't want to watch TV, and so we cannot make them.
And
the second one is the minorities. Israel is located around almost 1 billion Muslims, and every satellite that speaks Arabic is above our heads. And it's for free, and so we cannot compete with that.
And that's really what I was getting at, that if you like, the market is saturated, so winning new subscribers is perhaps hard work and may well come from these technological improvements you're making.
So I think the big challenge of industry is the simple thing. 10 years ago, the multi-channel TV operators, all they have to do is supply 100, 200, 300 channels, and that's it. In 3, 4, 5 days, years from now, it won't be the case. You won't need any multi-channel TV operator just to supply channels. So we are seeking what is the next role of multi-channel TV in the future environment of the customer. Of course, it's content supply, but it's not enough. Of course, it's technologically, of course, it's service. But what one of our strongest beliefs is that somebody will have to manage the home.
Yes.
And somebody will need to manage the media of the customer. And the length of technology is very important in that sense. And I think that will be one of the key factors of the future of TV business.
Now, a couple of years back, you introduced high definition using, transitioning to MPEG-4 to H.264. Are all your channels now, your standard digital channels converted, or do you still have standard
we have only 18 HD channels. The main reason is that broadcaster in Israel still didn't switch to HD. So if you want to see the high rating popularity, you won't see that in HD. And I think the next revolution will come after broadcasting channel will come to HD. Then we'll see, like in the States, 100 and 200 channels of HD.
Where does 3D figure in your thinking?
We think, we thought from the start that 3D is not a regular TV kind of viewing. You need to be focused, you need to put the goggles. It's not a social experience. So I think the 3D will only be success in VOD. That's it. When you have a particular movie or particular episode you want to see in 3D, and that's it. I cannot imagine us sitting watching a football game and trying to drink the beers with the goggles, something like that.
Yeah, well, my anxiety was always the Olympic Games in 3D. When the guy does the pole vaults and accidentally the pole comes straight towards the camera, and you've either got a cup of coffee, hot coffee, or a beer, and of course that gets spilt on the sofa. But that's by the by.
Exactly.
I'm sure that won't happen in reality. Now you mentioned the switch, if you like, the hybrid service and what that allows you to do, and also the migration to, if you like, content on demand, elements from channels on demand being fed through a system. What's the roadmap for that? How quickly do you see that being implemented?
Quickly than we think. I believe that by the end of 2012 we will see the starting of TV everywhere in Israel, and then we will see the multi-room services, and it's quite like a pyramid. You start with the high end of the market and you take it down. On the same time, we will probably see 75% of PVR penetration in Israel. Currently, it's about 55%. So very rapidly, we'll cover almost all of the market. Israel is highly adaptive of technology. They like technology, and we just have to take advantage of that.
Does that suggest then that the roadmap also includes a transition to an all IP system?
Yes, but it will take a long time. It will take, in that case, I believe it will take longer time than people think. Again, the satellite is a highly efficient broadcasting system, and we know that the consumption of bandwidth will go up. We're now talking about 2K and 4K, so probably for the next 10 years we will see the main channels still on satellite.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And if you take that 10-year, perhaps 15-year view, which may be too long for some of us with grey hair, but I think there is an inevitability that the screens are going to get bigger. We absolutely will go to 2K and 4K screens. The checks are going to have to be bigger. You're going to have to invest more money, but I think it's the way you're going to differentiate yourself from the competition.
Well, the one thing that in 15 years' time from now will be younger. So.
What challenges are you facing locally? Competition must be very fierce.
Yeah, competition is fierce. DTT is a great challenge. Over-the-top solution as a newcomers to the market is also a great channel. But I think we should better understand what TV means to customer, what multi-channel TV means to customer.
And also what it means to different ages of your customer base. You know, a 15-year-old's view or an 18-year-old's is going to be very different from mom and dad's.
Absolutely. So we will see more targeting audience. We will see more solution in order to fit to the different levels and different targets of the market. 15 years old boy, as you said, want to consume TV differently than myself and of course than my parents. So we have to target this. Until today, the industry was quite shallow in the sense it was one product basically. Now we have to break this.
Raising ARPU is very important to every operator. How sensitive in your market is that extra couple of dollar equivalents per annum? And what do you think they're going to pay for? What do you think the consumer might buy?
Yeah, first of all, of course, it's very highly sensitive in this age. I think it's a worldwide phenomenon. What he will pay for additional services. So we did a revolution in the industry for the last 4 or 5 years. This is a revolution that is bigger than the 3G revolution that the cellular made.
Absolutely.
Nobody speaks about it, or not at the same volume, but no question that taking time shift TV and make it a mainstream in TV business only in 4 or 5 years, this is a greater revolution than 3G. Now we should keep doing that. The way people watch TV now is different than they watch it 5 years ago, and it will be different than we watch it 5 years from now. And in that gap, we can make additional money and give additional services.
5 years from now, what do you see yourself offering the consumer? How far can this degree of sophistication grow?
Multi-viewing experience, TV everywhere as a full package experience, different types of packages from connect only to your PC and at lower price up to the higher end that we will manage all the content at your house and everywhere. So we'll see a more spread in ARPUs in the market.
Sounds like a very clear vision. I have a feeling you'll get there. Ron, thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. Great answers. Thank you.